Good evening guys, how are we? This is a little video with a difference. It's not a metal detecting video, but it is about two metal detecting finds that I found. And we're going to start off by showing you this one here. This is a silver I found in the last hunt, and as you can see it's very thin. And I'm going to explain why I've showed it and what I think it is. If you look at a previous silver I found, and I hope you guys can see that okay. There it is, George the Third, and his head is there. You've just got to look for it. But George the Third is on this, and this was one I found in a previous hunt. And I think this George the Third sixpence is the exact same as this. They're both similar in size, as you can see. So I'm thinking the last coin that I found in that beach, similar in size, similar in thickness. I'm going to put my head out in the line and say it's a George the Third sixpence. Now generally I don't show my finds, but this is going to be something new that I'm doing. I'm going to try and get a better light and show you some of my finds in better detail. And so this is just one of the finds, and I'm going to show you a couple of others in this video as well that have come up recently. So this is just one of the finds. And that was a lovely George the Third sixpence, and I'm thinking that one I found, the silver, is also a George the Third sixpence. So that's a really good find, two George the Third sixpences on the beach. But what I am going to say about this is if you're finding a George the Third sixpence, some of the beaches we've been on, you know, the Romans have been on, Vikings have been on. If George the Third sixpences, you know, the thickness of them, if you look at a real George the Third sixpence, kinda the thickness of them is way thicker than this. So if a George the Third sixpence is this worn, then chances of you finding it in Roman are probably not just Roman, but I mean Viking as well, probably are slim to none. I would probably say unless they're stuck in clay, it's probably slim to none you'll find any. Anyway, moving on, I'm going to show you another find that's going to TT, and I'll put in some of the comments that are there and what they think it is, and I'll tell you what I think it is. So I'm just going to stop the camera and I'm going to get the find and I'll show you. So guys, here is another find, and this one is an Elizabeth the First. I think it was a sixpence, I think it was 1572, and that's one that I sent a picture of TT. They don't seem that interested in it, so I think I'm getting to keep it. Unfortunately I was asked to send this one here, which is a medieval button. Now we're in quite a debate over this right now. Basically I said medieval button, they're saying 1700s, and I found a crest online that's similar to the Knights of Templar, which was mean 11th to 14th century, I think, if I'm right. Now they're saying 17th century, I'm saying 11th to 14th century. So if you take a look at the crest, and I'll put the crest in with the button after you see the crest, and you can compare similarities and see if you agree with me. Now I'm not saying TT are mugging me off, I just think they've got it wrong. But I mean, I'm not an expert. I mean, I don't know if they reproduce buttons from older dates to newer dates. I think it would be highly unlikely, so I do think it's a Knights of Templar button. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we'll soon find out because it's going to TT anyway. So, once again, I'll actually put in the TT emails with that, just to show you what they said. Another find this month was this lovely Charles II Merc. I'm hoping you get a better view of it now. There you go, a lovely Charles II Merc. This was a fantastic find by me this month, and rare as rare can be. I've never seen one. It must be a rare coin. People have asked me about cleaning it. Actually, as you'll probably see, I don't clean many of my finds, and I think there's because they're more valuable. You know, the way you pull them out the ground, as soon as you clean them, they drop in value. I don't sell any of my finds, so that's something I'll show you at the end of the year as well. And just to let you all know as well, guys, my videos are from a 3-year period up till now. So I was on YouTube before, so a lot of my finds weren't found this year. You're kind of seeing older videos. A lot of the older videos are now up, and it's all new videos that are to come. So it's just to let you know that, in case some of you guys don't know that out there. Some of my videos are actually older than 2 years. You know, this is 3 years worth of metal detecting you're seeing here. And I hope you've all enjoyed seeing them again. Some guys haven't seen them, some guys have, some guys have watched again. I much appreciate everybody that took the time to watch, like, thumbs up, make a comment. It all makes a difference, regardless if it's thumbs up, thumbs down. Because I think people don't understand the thumbs up, thumbs down. If you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it actually gets you higher up in the rankings, regardless of what you do. It doesn't really bother me whether you thumbs up or thumbs down, because most people that thumbs down are cowards, and they don't really leave a comment. So to me, that suggests that they're just cowards, and they just do it for fun and a wee bit of hilarity. Just a little bit of devilment sometimes from people, and it's well, that's just life, innit? And you know, anybody that does YouTube videos, you've got to be there with it. You've got to learn to overcome the thumbs down, the thumbs up, the nasty comments. Just let it go over your head. Most people are keyboard warriors, and that's what they are. They hide behind computer screens and they make all the nasty comments. But when it comes to real life, they would never say boo to your face, and that's what you have to get into your head. Have a mindset when you're doing YouTube, because everywhere in life you go, you're always going to have somebody that hates you, somebody that makes nasty comments behind your back. You know, get into a mindset, the exact same mindset you would if you went to work and somebody didn't like you. Get into that with YouTube. Just learn to ignore it and let it go over your head. That's what I do, and I find it works a treat, because the more you ignore it, the more it gets to them. So, moving on, I've got one more find to show you, and I don't know if I'm going to show you it. Well, maybe two. I'm not going to show you a second because it's not made it to video yet, so I'm going to keep that for another roundup for another video. But I'm just going to go nip down, grab a wee find, and I'll get back to you in a wee second. Good evening, guys. So here is the next find, and it was, well, it possibly could be a bayonet or a sword. Now, I'm bemused at some of the comments on this about there being no rust or no markings on this. If you clearly look all the way up and down the sword, it's clearly corroded and rusted. It's missing its handle. Whether there was a handle or whether it was a bayonet, I do not know, but you can clearly see rust all the way up and down it, even up the other side. Clearly rusted. So for the guys that were saying about it not being very rusted, I think you're very wrong. It's just that my camera doesn't always show it in great detail, and this possibly could be a bayonet or a sword. I'm not sure what it is, so I'm hoping to get some kind of ID on it. I don't know if it's old. If it's a bayonet, there's a good chance it could be. Up on that foreshore, people, you know what I mean, fired with guns on there right up to the early 2000s, so it's possible it could be a bayonet. There's a lot of foreshore corrosion going on out there. I don't know whether it's came from the grass. You know, maybe it's one that's been dropped and buried in the grass. I don't really know. Lots of foreshore corrosion going on at Dumbarton Castle, so I'm not idea where it came from. I do know around that side of the castle there was several cannonballs found, a gold Spanish coin, and loads of other old coins that were found around there. So there we go. We know there was French coins as well, French hammers for the 1500s I think were found there as well. Probably Charles, I'm not sure if I'm right in saying that, but we know that there was French coins found there. And there's an old theory, when a French ship leaves, that they throw a coin overboard for good luck. So it's a possibility there was French hammers found there. Wasn't me that found them, I was just told this. This is all kind of second hand information, and that's why when you go metal detecting, it's always good to talk to people, because they'll relay things and they'll tell you things that you maybe don't know, regardless if it's just you know, information about what people find. If you've got a rough idea where they found it, there could be more. You know, just because they found that and that was all they found doesn't mean that their metal detector got it all. You know, that little bit deeper every year, sands get taken away. You know, in the winter the sand reduces in a beach, so you've got a better chance of getting a wee bit deeper. You know, you just never know, there could still be goodies there. I think the majority of that foreshore is hammered to death, and that's an honest opinion of it. And I mean, don't let me stop you doing it. I'm just giving you an honest opinion of it. But if you want to do it, be my guest. You know, as I always say, the foreshows are free, and when you see the videos, you know, give it a little go wherever we go. You know, it's just a bit of fun, and hopefully you find some great things. You know, there's stuff out there to be found on the beaches. I mean, we've proved it time and time again with gold rings, silver rings, and loads of other good things. You know, silver coins and relics. At Helensburgh Beach and all the way along that foreshore. The problem with West of Scotland beaches is they're quite stony and they're hard to walk on. That's really about the problem with West of Scotland beaches. But the majority of them are undone, and that's something that we have came across. The majority of beaches in the West of Scotland are undone. It's not like England. You know, some guys struggle down in England, but they're hitting beaches that are, you know, hammered to death, and metal detectors. I mean, metal detecting probably down there has been going longer than it has up here. I mean, when I can remember when Dave first started, he was probably about the only one in this area, and now there's about 30 or 40 people in this area all metal detecting, so there's quite a lot of people taking up the hobby here. So I hope that information has been helpful to some of you. I hope you have enjoyed seeing some of the finds and what I think they are, and how rusted and corroded they are. You know, I hope you all enjoy, and keep watching the videos, and if you're new to watching the videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and keep watching, because there'll be plenty more good videos to come. There's one more find that I never shown, and it was a hammered coin, and it's still to come in a later video later on in the year. So later on in the year I'll do an end of the year finds, and I'll show you some of the finds in greater detail. But until that time, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.